Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm at Universal's Islands of Adventure to answer one of the most popular questions I've been getting recently. What are my tips and tricks for getting on Hagrid's motorbike adventure? Let's go find out. Before we begin, we publish theme park videos on this channel all the time, so hit that subscribe button and that bell notification button so you'll know when another video is ready for you to view. Now I'm already faced with a little problem to try to answer this question for you guys. Now I'm here first thing in the morning. Islands of Adventure opens at 9 a.m. so I'm here at 9 a.m. because I have a friend of the family who works at the turnstiles. Yesterday they notified me that they were going to try to open Hagrid's coaster at 9 a.m. going forward from now on, like from yesterday on. But as I'm driving into the park, there's signs up that Hagrid's is not opening until midday. When you go through the parking turnstiles, right there where you pay for parking, there's signs up saying Hagrid's does not open until later in the day. When you get to the park, a sign that says Hagrid's will not open until later today. So I check the app. The app says Hagrid's is closed. So my advice is going to be the same no matter what. And that advice is to get to the park as soon as it opens. I don't care if Hagrid's is opening midday or at 9 a.m. I still want you to get to the park as soon as it opens. Because if it opens at 9 a.m., as soon as the park opens, you want to go get in line right away. Now, if it doesn't open until midday, if it's not opening right away, still get to the park early. Go do a lot of stuff. But I want you in line by like 11:30 for Hagrid's. Because this is what happens when they open the ride at midday, is let's say you get in line at 11:30. There will be a team member walking around telling everyone, this ride does not open till midday. That is from now until 5 o'clock. That is what we consider midday. So if you get in line at 10, 11, 12, whatever, and it's not open, they will warn you. Midday is from whenever you're in line until 5 p.m. I have been here on days when it opened at 11. I've been here at days when it didn't open till 2:30. Now my personal experience when riding this ride, I was here on opening day, and then I actually was here last week. I got in line at 11:30 and it was a 90-minute wait for me. I was on the ride by 1 p.m. So there you go. My number one tip for riding Hagrid's motorbike is still to get into the park as soon as the park opens. Now in general, I think I'm a positive person. I try to keep things positive, but let's be honest, life isn't always rainbows and Care Bears. And I'm a bit frustrated with this ride, how they just cannot nail down a start time. I've never seen anything like this where it's just like randomly will open a ride. You know, I'd rather they like just say, hey, 1 o'clock every day or something versus this random stuff. And you know what, I get it. It is a complicated coaster. There's 7 launches, there's a drop track, all these animatronics, a backward section. But I would feel a lot better about it if Universal could just nail down a start time. I don't care if it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Just tell us when instead of this, come here and wait and hope. Because you can hope in one hand and crap in the other and see which one gets filled first. Now currently it is 9:30 in the morning, so I'm going to take my own advice. I'm going to walk around the parks for a couple hours, come back here, make sure I'm in line at 11:30. Currently there are people in line for this. I think it's a bit early, a bit too hopeful to be in line this early. I'm going to check back at 11:30. Let's go exploring. You know what? Let's turn around. Let's go back through Hogsmeade. I'm going to take the Hogwarts Express over to Universal Studios. The reason why, like for rides, I prefer IOA. I like that a little bit better for rides. But for just walking around the park, I enjoy Studios a little bit more. Let me know in the comments below if you're like me. Do you prefer the rides at IOA or Universal Studios? Also, let me know, do you prefer walking around Studios more than IOA or vice versa? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, well I've made it over here to Studios, but there's a couple more things I want to bring up regarding the motorbike adventure. First thing is the single rider line. Now I know there was another vlogger who had a bad experience with single rider, but I had a good experience last time I was on it. So when we get back over there, I'll try to explain the difference between his experience and my experience and why I think mine went better. Now, the second thing I want to mention regarding Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure would be using the Universal Studios app. Make sure you get that on your phone. But here's what I noticed when I was in line for it the other day. I was in line at 11:30. The ride said closed. And then at some point they started testing the motorbikes again. And then when I looked at the app, the status of the ride said delayed. So that could be a clue. Keep track of that app. Once it moves to delayed, go over and get in line. I'm going to try that today. In the meantime, the wait for Escape from Gringotts is 30 minutes at 10 a.m. in the morning. So I just got out of Gringotts. I'm a little nervous. I spoke to someone and they got on Hagrid's motorbike at 11 yesterday. But I think I'm still going to test my theory of waiting for that app to change to delayed before I walk over. But until then, I'm going to pop on MIB. I'm really trying to get that 600K score. Let's see if I can do it today. Standby is only 10 minutes. Single riders 5. Still going to do single rider today. Going for the green track again. Green track is always best on this ride. 548K, not my best score. I just checked the app. Hagrid's motorbike is still closed. So we're going to get back in line, try to improve my score. So here are a couple things I did not mention in my tips and tricks that I'm adding to what I'm doing for this ride. First off, when you're in the portal zone, when you're supposed to aim for the portal after you're scanned, there's some posters on the walls with eyes. I'm going to aim for those. And then there's a trash can with an alien right after you go through that portal scan. Aim for that. And then lastly, on the right-hand side, there is this parking meter with green eyes that you need to aim for as well. I think because it's small, you get a lot of points for that small parking meter. 634K, my new record. I did get a lot of points hitting that little parking meter after the portal scan zone. That was worth a lot of points, I feel like. Now, as far as Hagrid's motorbike is concerned, it is 10:34. It is still marked as closed, so I'm just making my way around Universal Studios right now, having a good time. He was gone for a while, but the Duffman is back. Does anyone notice a resemblance? Let's pop in the stores over here at the Five and Dime and the Beverly Wilshire and see what's up, see what's happening in here. There's a ton of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World stuff in here. This whole wall, and then that little kiosk right there, all Jurassic Park, Jurassic World. I like all these Funko Pop characters. We got Ian Malcolm, $19. Alan Grant, $19. You've got Dennis, also $19. And the star of the show, the Velociraptor's here. But the one I really, really like, they have a mini one. They have a mini John Hammond. And it's only $17, and this is the one I like best. Life finds a way. For $33, we have this Jurassic Park blanket. I have the Jaws version of this. I need this. I need this now. For $17, we have this Jurassic Park mug, which I own. And as far as I'm concerned, I like the classic black, red, and yellow design. I love that color scheme. Now they also have the Jurassic World color scheme. This lady's tee is $39. They also have the lava color scheme. This is a child's shirt for $25. So throughout the day, they will show portions of this fountain show. Let's pause here just for a moment and catch a few seconds of it. Well, it is 11:20. The app is still showing Hagrid's motorbike as being closed, but I'm gonna make my way over there anyway. Back over inside of Islands of Adventure now. It's not my usual spot to look at the Jurassic Park roller coaster, the Raptor coaster construction. That is usually Me Ship the Olive, the best spot. But from this vantage point, I can see already there's nothing different from the last time I was here. So nothing more to report. We are really just waiting for this thing to go vertical. Now here's the problem with this ride not opening until midday or later. Rain. The clouds are building. I'm starting to worry about rain now. They'll shut the ride down for rain before it even opens. While we're in the Lost Continent, don't forget the new She-Ra meet and greet. I've done this once, it's a lot of fun. Just to give you a little perspective as to where this meet and greet is, that is the Mythos restaurant. There's the famous little waterfall, and she usually meets right over here, guys. So it is 11:45. About 10 or 15 minutes ago, they asked everyone to leave the queue. They said it's going to be an extended delay today. They don't know when it's going to open. So I know there were some people in line at 9 o'clock. They waited for 2.5 hours just to be told, not going to open, go have fun somewhere else. Okay guys, you know I love Universal. I probably do more Universal Studios videos than any other YouTuber out there. But like I said before, life isn't all rainbows and Care Bears. I am very disappointed in how they are handling this ride. I mean, it's just beyond me that they can't get a handle on when this thing can be up and running. Now, as I said before, I know it is a very complicated ride. All the team members who work here are great. You know, 7 launches, a drop track, going backwards, stuff like that. But I'm so frustrated with how Universal is handling this. I just can't explain how much. Well, I don't know what to do now. Maybe I'll just go home and get an early start on editing. Oh shoot, I almost forgot. I wanted to explain to you guys kind of how single rider works with the Hagrid motorbike ride. Now, there was another YouTuber. He had a bad experience because he got into the line late. It was late into the process when he was in line. He was way back there. The line had been going for a while. Now, my good experience with single rider was because I was in line early. I got in line at 11:30, and once they started moving us, when we got to the single rider point, that's when I went off into the single rider line. It went very, very quickly. So I would say if you're in line early, you can use single rider to your benefit to save you some time. But if you're in the line, in a mature line, a line that's been there for a while, single rider probably won't do you any good because it's going to back up. And the other thing to note about single rider is you are almost guaranteed 100% chance of getting the sidecar. Now, if you want the motorbike side, you're not going to have any luck with that with single riders, as they automatically place you in the sidecar unless you just happen to be matched up with someone who's nice and says, hey, you want to take the motorbike side? That would be your only chance of getting the motorbike when doing single riders. Well guys, I started this video hoping to give you a tip or a trick on how to handle getting on this Hagrid motorbike ride. I think all I proved was that it's a crapshoot. It really is. You never know what you're going to get from day to day. Last week I had a good day. Got in line at 11:30, got on the ride by 1. That's good, 90 minutes, that's not too bad, right? Today, delayed, who knows to when. You don't know when it's going to open today. They had people in line for a couple hours, shoot them out. So you never know what you're going to get, guys. It's like a box of chocolates. And with that being said, don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun. Thanks for watching Rix Flicks, and now it's time to relax.